So, is it possible to get anything for free on Instagram? Well, I don't know about anything, but it is possible to get a lot of things free. I've gotten free hotel stays from Instagram, I've gotten free clothing, I've gotten free footwear, I've gotten a lot of things free, and on this video, I'm gonna show you how you can get almost anything for free. The stuff I just mentioned, you can get free food, you can get free airline flights, you can do free trips, free excursions, free anything if you just apply this one principle. My name's Anthony. I run an Instagram marketing agency and also run a 1 million follower network on Instagram. And I make videos like this to help you take your Instagram account from 0 to hero. So make sure you subscribe because this is the Instagram Hub. So you want to go ahead and start getting free stuff. I remember one of the first things that I started doing when I had an Instagram page where I was able to go ahead and get free stuff was I was doing this little kind of a business with my friend, and what I would do is I had the Instagram page, so I would go ahead and I would reach out to brands, and more importantly, I was reaching out to sandal companies. We would reach out to sandal companies, we would offer an even value of exchange, basically a service. This company would then send us sandals for free for us to wear, for us to do whatever we wanted with, and what we would do is we would then list these sandals on eBay. These sandals were pretty expensive, so we were able to go ahead and turn a good profit. And at the time, we were making really consistently $500 to $1,000 a month, just super part-time, getting sandals for free, doing shout outs, and selling them on eBay. And I think that's what a lot of people want to do at first, right? One of the things you might first want to do is get some free clothing from brands. Maybe get a few shirts, maybe you want to wear them for yourself, maybe you want to go ahead and sell them. Maybe you want the brands to not only give you free stuff, but you want them to pay you. These are basically the beginning stages, right? The beginning stages of getting anything for free is you offering a service to a company and the company will send you free product. As your page gets bigger and as it grows, then brands can actually go ahead and be willing to send you money. But the first thing that you need to do this, right? A lot of people just want to say, how can I get free stuff? How can I get this brand to give me something for free? And this comes down to the principle. In the beginning of this video, I said there's one principle, and this is the one principle you need to understand. Brands don't just give out free anything to anybody. For a brand to give you something, you need to be doing something that is an even value of exchange, okay? Now, what does that mean? Well, the value that a brand gives to you when they're giving you clothing is they're giving you that clothing, they're covering the cost of that clothing, they're covering the shipping for that clothing, and they're covering the time it takes to go ahead and do that whole deal. So for a company to go ahead and send you something like that, send you an article of clothing, they need to know that by giving you it for free, by taking the time to do it, by covering the shipping, that you are going to go ahead and make them, what they really want is more money back, right? Of course, breaking even is good, but brands for the most part don't want you to help them break even. They want you to help them turn a profit. So you need to offer a service that is going to go ahead and make sense for the brand to give you the product for free. Otherwise, the brands are just wasting money. Now, one of the easiest services that you can offer in this particular situation is going ahead and doing a shout out, right? So this brand sends you free, let's say they sent you a free shirt. You have, let's say, a fashion page, you take a picture with the shirt, you shout out the brand, you tag the brand, and because the brand sent you this shirt, maybe you help them get 5, 6, 7, 8 sales. Now the brand might send you another shirt or ask you to do another post, and that's how you really build it up from there. But key thing to remember is the brand won't send you a shirt if they don't think they can make an ROI on you. That's why a lot of people who have super low followings are trying to go to, let's say, other brands with low followings and get a free shirt. Now, the fact of the matter is that just because a brand has a low amount of followers doesn't mean that they're also looking to work with an influencer that has a low amount of followers, right? And when I mean a low amount of followers, I mean like you're not even an influencer. Like you probably have 2,000 followers or less, right? So it doesn't really make sense. You haven't even really reached that micro influencer point yet of getting to 5,000 to 10,000 followers. The odds of a brand working with an influencer who has like 2,000 followers are very slim. So the first thing you need if you want to get anything for free on Instagram is you need a bit of a following. In my opinion, you're going to need at least 5,000 followers. Now, do you absolutely need to have 5,000 followers? Definitely not. I have some people I work with, I have some students in my course actually, who have gotten brand deals in the past when they were at less than 5,000, but I will say it was extremely hard for them and it didn't really pay much. The clothing wasn't worth much. It was kind of like they were just getting some practice in. What you need is you need an audience. You need an audience in a specific niche for whatever products you're going to be promoting, and then it makes sense for that brand to go ahead and do it. The way that you will get paid more, the way that you will get more product is by the bigger your audience is, the more engagement you have, and how effective you are as an influencer at driving your audience to that website, basically driving your traffic. So find out what you want and offer a service in exchange. This way, you are both providing an equal amount of free value. Now, ultimately, the influencer is probably going to be putting up more work, which you should, because you want to get that brand in ROI. But that is your job as an influencer. If a brand is sending you $50 worth of product, you want to make them as much money as you can back. You want to help them as much as you can. Not only will this help you, a lot of people have this one-timer mindset where like a brand sends them clothing and they kind of don't care anymore. They make a quick shout out post and that's really it. That's all they do. They don't really put any effort into it. If you view it like that and you view these as one-time gigs, you're just gonna burn through them. You're gonna burn through brands so fast. Focus on doing really good jobs for the brands that you do work with, and they'll do more and more gigs with you, send you more clothing. This could merge into sponsorships. This could merge into getting them as a paying client. It could merge into so many opportunities if you don't view it as, oh, we got a shirt from this brand. Oh, got a shirt from this brand. Oh, got a shoes from that brand, and just do a really good job for them. Now, as the value that you receive goes up, the value that you provide must also go up with it, or people just simply won't do it. So to go ahead and land a free shirt is gonna be a lot different than landing a free hotel stay, right? Because that hotel stay is worth a lot more. First of all, you're taking the room that somebody else could have. They need to pay that worker to go ahead and clean out the room. They need to pay the person behind the counter who's gonna check you in, who's gonna check you out, your room service, everything like that. That is a lot of cost. So typically, you're gonna need a bigger page, right? Or a more engaged audience, right? You could probably get a free hotel stay if you have about 10,000 followers, but you're gonna need to be really good at driving traffic, and you're gonna need an engaged audience, because if your page is dead, that brand, that hotel, whatever it is, probably isn't gonna like you too much. This is where you might have to pile on more services, right? Maybe doing a shout out plus a story shout out, doing a shout out, a story shout out plus a link in bio for 24 hours, offering them more value, and you're probably just going to need more followers. And once you get to a certain point, you will have so many followers, such an engaged audience, that now you can not only go from getting free stuff, free clothes, free hotel stays, free food, free tickets to an event, but you can actually go ahead and start charging for it as well. And you can use this for literally anything. Again, me personally, I've used this to go ahead and get free hotel stays, to get free sandals, to get free clothing, things like that. I also know people who've used this to get free airlines. You can get free almost anything. You can get free excursions, free trips. You can literally get anything for free. It's just bargaining, right? That's all it really is. For example, you have a snowmobile, somebody wants to go snowmobiling. Maybe you want to go ahead and you want a four-wheel with an ATV. You have a friend who has an ATV. What do? You give him your snowmobile for a day, he gives you his four-wheeler for a day, and you both rip around in each other's toys. That was an even value of exchange. Otherwise, if he didn't have anything to offer, maybe you wouldn't have given him that snowmobile. Because why? It's kind of risky, right? First of all, you could be on the snowmobile that day. You could have been riding it. He might break something, but when he gives you something in return, even value, it works out every time. Same thing with Instagram. Just think about it as if you're lending stuff to your friends and you guys are both lending things to each other. When you think about it like that, you kind of get that aha moment and you can start thinking like, hey, I can do this. It's not so hard. So that is how you can get anything for free with your Instagram. But of course, like I said, you need to know how to go ahead and grow your page first. You need a following, you need to know how to drive traffic, and you know how to reach out to brands. You need to know how to do all these things. So if you want a video that shows you how to do all of that, I will go ahead and leave in the description a link to our most advanced Instagram training. This is pretty long, so it's not something that I could fit onto YouTube, so you're gonna have to register your spot as well. Click the first link in the description, register a spot at the best time that suits you, and you'll go ahead and learn everything there is to growing and monetizing your Instagram. If you're new to Instagram, this is perfect for you. If you've already been on Instagram for 2-3 years, you're probably fine. You probably know everything there is to know. But for you guys who are really hungry, struggling, that's something you want to take a look at. Make sure you like this video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel for more, drop a comment down below, keep grinding, keep hustling, and I'll see you all on the next one.